If you think that you're man enough to love me, if you think one man can help me out, if you think that you're strong enough to hold me, if you think one man can be enough, oh no, what you see is not what you get. You can look but don't you touch me yet, 'cause I got a bar way above your head. Should buy a poster instead, 'cause it's more in line with your fantasy. Yeah, you can love my picture, but you can't love me, 'cause I've heard every line that a man could say, and I won't be falling for those lines. No, no, today. If you think one that can help me out, if you think that you're strong enough to hold me,
YouTube Premium is
if you think that you're man enough to love me, if you think one man can have me all, if you think that you're strong enough to hold me, if you think one man can be enough for long, you're wrong. What you see is not what you get. You can look but don't you touch me yet, 'cause I got a bar way above your head. Maybe you should buy a poster instead, 'cause it's more in line.
At the end of the day, if you really think about our whole universe here at Street Fighter, like, everyone could be the best fighter, you know, the lone fighter, be the best. But to me, that's nonsense. You gotta have a team, and Shadaloo happens to be that team. There's no I in team, but there is an E and an M, and there's also an E and an M in money. You know what I'm saying? Small rock. Shadaloo, you can't name a better crew. You know we'll shatter you. Be gone with the Hadouken nonsense. Be gone with all that sonic boom nonsense. Get snuffed by one of us, you're unconscious. You can't wake up. You wanna face us, you better shape up. You wanna take us, you better brace up. 'Cause there's a strong force surrounding us. One punch to your teeth, you need orthodontists, as Bison would say. You're dealing with the psycho brigade. Mess with the team, get your life took away. Ball bras killing them, Vegas killing them, Sagat is killing them, as Bison was set. You're dealing with the psycho brigade. Mess with the team, get your life took away. Ball bras killing them, Vegas killing them, Sagat is killing them, Sagat is killing, but I still call him Saget. Vega a pretty boy, but he's still savage. Me, I probably punch you or headbutt you. And Bison, he might just go psycho crusher on you, on him and hurt everybody else. See my eyes on the prize to take everybody wealth. If there was a way to make everybody fighters at the same time, I bet would take everybody's health. As Bison would say, you're dealing with the psycho brigade. Mess with the team, get your life took away. Ball bras killing them, Vegas killing them, Sagat is killing them, as Bison was set. You're dealing with the psycho brigade. Mess with the team, get your life took away. Ball bras killing them, Vegas killing them, Sagat is killing them. It's more than a sport to us, it is hardcore with us. You don't wanna war with us, it's a small chore to us. This is only 4 of us, but there's way more to us. We be mobbing deep, you would think we had a tour bus, ready for some action. Look no more than us, other dudes be acting more than Danny Glover does. Try hard, die hard, that's the motto. More money than the model, supermodels fall in love with us. Thus, you're dealing with the psycho brigade. Mess with the team, get your life took away. Ball bras killing them, Vegas killing them, Sagat is killing us. Bison would say, you're dealing with the psycho brigade. Mess with the team, get your life took away. Ball bras killing them, Vegas killing them, Sagat is killing them. I still call him Saget. The team, get your life took away. Ball bras killing them, Vegas killing them.
Go ahead and pray.
Yes, the University of Akiba University has ethnic culture, University of American Negroes, as originally and so on. Neil Nolan, and Ellen Beatty, at the start Angel Early, University of American Negroes, as originally and so on. Neil Nolan, and Ellen Beatty, at the start Angel Early, University of American Negroes, as originally and so on. Neil Nolan, and Ellen Beatty, at the start Angel Early, University of American Negroes, as originally and so on. Neil Nolan, and Ellen Beatty, at the start Angel Early, University of American Negroes, as originally and so on. Neil Nolan, and Ellen Beatty, at the start Angel Early, University of American Negroes, as originally and so on. Neil Nolan, and Ellen Beatty, at the start Angel Early, University of American Negroes, as originally and so on. Neil Nolan, and Ellen Beatty, at the start Angel Early, University of American Negroes, as originally and so on. Neil Nolan, and Ellen Beatty, at the start Angel Early. It's about 12:54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59. That would be like 6 minutes. I can feel the rhythm. I need that CPS 3 in my melanated system, you know. I know they really can feel the rhythm, but I need that groove. CPS 3. You gotta test your frequency. I know they really can. I did play Sons, them. You gotta shout out to ACGM. He did a good job. Sons, them. You gotta shout out to 3 Second Impact. Carlos Sean Stage, Weekly Social Club, and 8 Beats VGM. That's good music right there. I'm doing stream.
I set a timer for 6 minutes.
Good music right
It will go.
there. All right, gotcha.
I set a timer for 6 minutes.
I get my voice.
It will go.
All right, gotcha.
I set a timer for 6 minutes.
I get my voice.
It will go.
Okay. Like I said, I gotta keep my tone down because I'm gonna eat this guy again because I'm doing a part 2. And yes, he blocked Capcom Movie and Golden Huggins versus me on Facebook because he had watched my stuff. Yes, he did. This dude has seen my video and I want him to come in my freaking panel and he didn't show up yesterday. You know, HBK 400 hold the chat, keep the chat busy because I thank him for love and appreciation because it's just about the culture. I thank him for love and appreciation. This is what we need to listen to. I'm not Brazilian, but Brazilian make good music with the drums and stuff. Sean Stage from all K versus Street Fighter, Second Impact, Giant Attack, with original image, clean audio, and loud fire. Yeah, that's what we need to listen to. We need to listen to music like this. And you know, it's part of our culture. They got so-called African vibes in the instrumental beats within. Mm-mm. Okay, 57, 58. I got 3 minutes. Okay. See. I have to remove myself. Man, you know Ron, that thumbnail I'm using, I know he felt freaking good. That's my outro. Then I gotta go on YouTube. I got the screenshots on my post. I need to be prepared. I think I'm gonna start out with the poses, then I'm gonna also do the links. Also do the yes, and I already did part 1. This is similar to part 1. We started right now. Yes, and I already did part one. But before we get to part two, I said about the thumbnail, right? But before we get part two, that's what I said, right? I said about the thumbnail. We're gonna go back. No, not go back. We're gonna go history. You see that? You see that? You see how Gina put her arms around him? Juan, you feel good. You see that? But you need to change your ways. And she got some beautiful teeth. You was feeling good when she put your arms around you, brother. That's real talk. I'm just keeping a buck with you. You know. That's real talk. Yeah, you with those sunglasses, you was feeling good. But you need. I know HBK 400 will disagree, but you just need a black queen and stop thinking about him. You see that? I need to be prepared with share screen. You see that? You see, like I just said, how she put her, her arms around him, and you see the expression of Juan's face. He felt like a black king up in his motherfucker, you know. But you, like I just said, you got to stop and change your ways. But you can't change your ways. You definitely can't change your ways, you know. You gotta change your ways, man. Oh, shoot. Damn, I don't know how this happens with my phone. I, I pressed the wrong button. Damn, I need to cancel this. Yo, I have to call him back because I gotta do a second stream. I have to call him because you feel like a superstar, bro. You're a superstar because she put your arms around you. See the little black queen, the Nubian queen. 3 minutes on 105. Give me 105. Give me like 3 minutes. You felt like a superstar, bro. That's what you was feeling, like a superstar. That's what you feeling. Uh-huh. Superstar. But you like I said, you gotta change your ways, bro. You definitely gotta. Like, you know. Mm-hmm. But you gotta clean your attitude up and get it together. That's all you have to do. Just freaking get it together. Just clean up your attitude. Okay. You know, babe, she told me to lower my voice. So that's what I did. But like I said, I need to control my tone. She told me to lower my voice. So that's what I did. But like I said, you feel good, boy, but clean up your attitude. Your attitude needs to be clean. Your attitude needs to adjust it. Oh, that sounds like John Cena. I used to look up to John Cena as an idol. I used to idolize when I was younger, trying to fight. It's the spiritual warfare going on. So we got 1 minute. 1 minute. Be a king, Juan. Juan, you should ask Gia. Hey, this is his. Yo, what's up, Gia? You know, I'm just wondering. You know, we can like hook up so I can take you to my job so we can go on see the Baltimore Ravens at the ATM Baltimore State. That's where he worked at. He do like He scanned tickets. You know, me and you, I could treat you like the black queen that you always be. You know, because I got you. See, and you won't be thinking about HBK 400. That'd be marvelous. Okay, let me do this right now. You know, okay, I gotta go to my post. Okay, I'm scrolling down. This is why I need to be over there, be in the back. Wait, before this, wow, Ron, my God, she is 6'2". Her name is Crown Baller. Whoa. When I see a so-called black woman, I feel like, whoa, especially a tall so-called black woman, I feel like, whoa, whoa, have mercy on me. She got a nice gap. Whoa, she got a giraffe wagon, you see. Whoa, 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 whoa. I thinkity down. Her too. Wowie, wowie, wowie. She's a goddess too. So let's start. Let's get down to business. Her too. Wowie, wowie. She's a goddess. I did say something similar about it yesterday. Miss Charlotte WWE insinuated that she wants to join her brother Reed. We encourage her go on her head. Reed was a blood sacrifice. It's funny how I never see these raccoons who are against all forms of racism confront these racist rights. That's what we need to do, but they don't want us to speak up. And they can say any and everything because that's how they freaking roll. And they've been programmed that way. You have to remember they've been programmed that way, and they don't have the pineal gland. They don't have it. They always go out of their way attempt to tame a Negro. Now, for what reason could that be? This already happened to me before with Antoine Rogers and half of the asylum and half of the biggest bastards. Brandon, yeah, I have to throw him out there. The final hashtag wrestling with racism drove at before our most anticipated return to celebrate minutes and featuring white folk. This is will be very important for soon our return is going on without not racist. You have to show them, but they don't want to see that. See, white troops are showing their real colors. You have to peep game. You have to see and comprehend of what's going on. You gotta peep game deep. You have to see. This is exactly saying I'm glad Owen Hart is where he is right now. Owen Hart, blood sacrifice. Come on. Owen Hart is not us. Owen Hart don't have the pedal gland. But Rock, Theodore Brown, Mark Henry, they all have pedal glands. Owen Hart do not have the pedal gland. Cannot cast his rest to say this like this is when I knew it was over him and boy I was correct. Bray Wyatt blood sacrifice. He's a Illuminati Asian. Come on. Even his family. The proof is in the pudding. You have to understand that. Okay. How long can you go as the wrestling wizard? Tell me where he's winning. Okay. We remove the patient proof. You report you in community against our community standards. We let racism know that their product has been but who not but who report things against the law and so report like you to keep your Facebook shade and button for everyone. That's one that's doing that. You have to understand that's wrong. That's HBK 400. You share screen hit stuff. you're like a pecker. You already a pecker Tom at hand. Has that wrestling race and has to climb more bicycles or that you have having in your circle, your anti-nigga broadcast like the TV show with Ronald Falcon Jr. ain't going to hit like it's going on and make a fool out of your family's real good lady for 675 Falcon. Yeah, Doris is Ronnie Jr.'s grandmother who he lived because I heard about some things where he did to uh, his nieces and nephews, and I will not say it because it's graphical. He did something very graphic. I want to ask you before I read this, um, Ron, Ron, do you know a cracker named Outer Still Quality and another cracker by Levi? Because they do stuff. That's how it all started. I think in the beginning, I'm not sure. I got to do some research. I don't know where it all started from the Pied Piper, because that's what Alistair Crowley and Levi's teachings came from. It's much deeper than you think. Pekatama has no original thought of her own. Her entire timeline is filled with anti-Negro filth, AI generated tweets and retweets of everything on Facebook. This person is obsessed. They have a deep hatred for themselves. That's what's wrong with so-called black. It's not all of its majority because the whitewashing is programmed into the pedal gland. It's messing up your pedal gland. It affects your soul and spirit. I don't give a it affects your disability is right man made. You have to understand. You have to comprehend. This already happened because I've been through that trap. They want SSI. They want food stamps. They want paintings. What child? They want all the things in the universe around planet Earth, which is a so-called Earth. Before Earth, it was planet God. God, with the ancestors, with the so-called blacks and the so-called Latinos, dark brown and brown skin. I'm just keeping it a buck with you. I'm keeping it real. They have deep hatred for themselves and their own family members to the point of this happened to so-called black family. But them, the crackers, a lot worse. They are a lot worse. Come on. I've never been around with many of them, but they are a lot worse than us. Come on. They are saying to talk about stuff like this, Ron. Host of Wrestling Race and tell a joke, never tell a lie. There is no harm even telling the truth ever. The things that you own are the things that's yours. Mm-mm-mm. Yeah, he had to protect his freaking truth because of Pecatoms like Ronnie. Mentally untouchable. Yeah, he had to protect his freaking truth of Pecatoms like Ronnie. Okay. One, two, three. Did I talk about this yet? One, two. Uh-huh. Did I? Oh yeah, I gotta speak in code because they gonna think I'm anti-Semitic, but I have to keep speaking code. Oh yeah, I host of wrestling place and no harm in speaking the truth is written in Exodus 21:16. For the white man that he stole us BC3 on the J's. I had to speak on code because you already know where it's gonna go. They stole land. We the land was ours to begin with. So the land was we'll tell a joke, but we never tell a lie. See, he blocked them. Packer Tom, like he blocked me on Facebook. Okay. Packer Tom, he blocked me on Facebook. Okay. Providing comments about rationalization, honest, because he was written Exodus 21:16. Yeah, I did. Yeah, I read it already. We got two more to go. Two more to go. Yeah. Two more freaking go. Okay. Got two more to go. Two more. Owen, another Owen Hart tournament. Another tournament for AEW not featuring a single non-mixed Black American. Black Americans who used to love Owen Hart. Which is true. Like Owen Hart said, I am not a nugget. And now he can rot in hell with his racist father and a holic of a mother. Everything is true. Everything about them is true. Right in front of our faces. You gotta incite your pineal gland. You gotta get out this blindness, this Babylonian root of it. And Bret Hart is stating a so-called black woman's death. You gotta get out this death. You gotta black. He meditates the projector on AEW Dynamite to invest in the Owen Hart Foundation tournament. Wow, he's right. He is freaking right. I don't see no so-called black people's name. I don't see no Will Hobbs. I don't see no Scorpio Sky. I don't see no Ricochet. I don't see no Shuffle. I don't see no Bobby Lashley. And I don't see no Mark Quinn. I don't see no Isaiah Cassidy. And I don't see no Swerve Strickland. And we already know about Swerve Strickland. There's more if I miss Isaiah Cassidy. And I don't see no Swerve Strickland. The fact that Martha Hart was in the building when they had the 30 pound hanging from the ceiling. If AEW doesn't give a fuck about the Leslie or why should I? We already know. We already know there were witches and warlocks that day over the edge. Batman. The episode was telling you something. That episode has subliminal messages. Everything ain't a cartoon, because it shows you real life, and it also shows you predictive programming as well, and that's what Batman has shown. And then we're gonna get into that, and it's gonna be very controversial, but I gotta keep it down. You know, Uncle Pecker Tom Long looks at this Carter Daniel as a hero. Dude is with Yale University skulls and bones, skulls and crossbones. That man is a villain. His kind is their government. You see, if we have our own government, because the Moors have government before they got here. Yes, they did. You see, if we have our own government, yes, they did. We need to get our own government back, but it's reparations, and it's not an easy fight. Come on now, 400 years of this. So in 2015, Juliana came out a 7-year-old girl. In 2019, Steve punched a 64-year-old man in the face. In 2021, Juliana saw a 67-year-old woman in the face as she had taken surgery, breaking her nose and fracturing her colon bone. Neely was arrested 44 times but never faced real justice for terrorizing New Yorkers. Oh, white supremacy, white privilege, right in front of our faces. Wow. That's a slap in the wrist. See, you gotta be careful of these who you friends with those freaking crackers. You have to understand how they freaking roll. Come on now, we dealt with stuff. I dealt with hillbillies and heads. Yeah. Coffin oil. Come on now. Someone on the subway and Daniel Penny did what any good Samaritan would do. Yeah, he is a villain. Race hustlers, Jordan Nelly deserves compassion. Where's the Nelly's compassion in all of these? Compassion. You talking about you compassionate for a cracker? You're compassionate for a freaking cracker? Come on, man. That man is a super villain. He those superhero. Come on. You look at him like he's a white god. He's a deity. Y'all have to peep game. Y'all have to understand. Pekaton asked several questions regarding Jordan Nelly and Daniel Penny. Mind you, Daniel Penny is Pekaton hero. Right superhero. And we don't see color. The the real good ones are the pink and pale people. Superheroes to the rescue. This is how they do a superhero. Blonde hair, blue eyes. Wow, I'm the white man that's saving like people and medical Negroes and affected Negroes. I'm the white man. I'm the white savior. Like Caesar was there. Come on now. She asked those questions and then she blocked me. I can create a space for this discussion. If you really want to be an adult and have this discussion, set the time and date. Other than that, you could just be doing as trolling. Mm-mm-mm. Superhero. Kawanishi Mayu. I said, dang, Penny is a hero for Maria. You still have me blocked. If you really have a discussion, now let's do it Thursday 4:30 and do not try to be the piece of shit, will ya? Number one. Number two. Yes, it was because sadly another black human being getting killed without proper help. And we're going to get into that. There also such as a thing as accountability for one's action. It is important to know that Neil wasn't actually a saint. We already know that, but what I just saw Daniel Penny, your hero, your white Superman, your white kryptonite. Da, 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 da. You gotta stop analyzing these freaking crackers, yo. Mm-mm-mm. White man, you have that white man to the rescue. Mm-mm-mm. You see, Ron, listen to Receive the More. We so-called black people are not human beings. We are gods and goddess. We are the Anunnaki gods and the Anunnaki goddesses. Come on. Do you know anything about Anunnaki? Come on. We more than human, but they made us become human beings. I'm not a human being. They are the human grafting. There's a difference between human and human being. We are no human. When they said about Carl Rezo, human being, he is no human being. All of the so-called black people, they not human beings. Get that. Yo, what's up? Wrestling with racists. Get that and stop depending on the government. You know, SSI already said this. They won by white supremacy slash the government, the B system. Come on, I'm on that too. And I can't say, oh, I'm depending. I want to depend on the government. See, SSI, Social Security income. Do not give so-called black people reparations. No, no. They don't give us reparations. It's their reparations. It's them crackers' reparations. They don't give us reparations. Come on. It's their reparations. They made it. They made. They made. They made disabilities. They made disorders. They made mental, medical. They made that, and it has its dark origins, and it's deeper. The drugs. Without they drugs, it won't be no economy. You know about this, Ron? Do you know? Do you freaking know about what they be doing to us behind closed doors? Because SSI is not our own government. It's theirs. White supremacy. Peckerton once stated on public record that he will give them reparations. So it would be out of pity, therefore we should want it. Yeah. But you for instance, you cannot depend on these crackers, man. Like and coming up, they build for a reason, and you cannot have their money. If we doing something to get reparations, there's no Babylonian system allowed. That's a no-no. Look what happened to Dr. Shelby. And he was minding his own business. He knew what was going on, but he minded his own business. But Uncle Tom Charlie had went to Charlie, a cracker, saying that Dr. Shelby is becoming a big problem. He's after our money. They did this shit with Gaddafi. Percoton also collected a check from the United States government claiming mental illness. Mental illness, white supremacy. White supremacy create mental illness. Do you know that, Ron? That's why their money has to keep coming in. The same ones that don't like Dr. Selby, the same ones that don't like Gaddafi, the same ones that don't like Bob Marley, and also Dr. Selby's family. Yeah, wake up. See? They're the same ones. And they're the same ones that got Malcolm X and Martin Luther King. And I already heard some stories about Martin Luther King that I will not say because I don't want them to interfere and debate. But you gotta peep game. 6 deep peep game. Remember, Uncle Ron, this Beetle Clan. Remember this. Use this to enlighten your neo-melanin. Enlighten. You need to enlighten for the culture. Okay, I'm gonna play the clip because I think I got one more, or that's it. Play the clip. That's yeah. Let me stop share screen. And thanks for suggesting me because I ain't had time to do that. But I said I'm gonna pick up where I left off. Let me play the video. Stop sharing this. The animal is down the animal down there before, and then when his grandma complained, Puckerton, Puckerton, Ron, there is no precision adjustment that have to get their life in order. And his grandmother could be an Eastern Star. She could be like my grandmother on my father's side of the family, part of those sororities that I did not know. She could be part of the Alpha Sigma Delta Red because they betray one another. Angie Stone was a part of that sorority. And Ashley Banks, you know Ashley Banks from the Fresh Prince of Bel Air. Ashley Banks, you know Ashley Hold on for a minute, HBK 400. Hold on for a minute. Hold on just a sec. Yeah, start doing another stream at 3 o'clock to address this dude. It's another dude. To address this, it's another dude. Okay, got this. Doris Falcon Jr. is a 77-year-old wannabe porn star. Her camera doesn't work. Oh yeah, they do it too. Even though she doesn't age like them crackers, they do it too. You got some fine grannies. She does sexy ass bodies. So, and I'm speaking to my race only, so-called black women. That's what you should be saying. That tether that around with a lot of crackers in Charlotte or Carolina.
Okay. But you don't like
Well, yeah,
Just got my SSI today.
yeah.
Gave my grandmother the win as usual because win is
But
win.
when that's their dishonest.
Anyway,
I've been told
I'll
that.
you know, I'm terrible. Just got my SSI today. Gave my grandmother the win as usual because win is win.
When, yeah, yeah.
Anyway, I'll you
I
know,
have to tell you a
I'm
lot
terrible.
about
Just
you.
got my SSI today. Gave my grandmother the win as usual because
Yeah,
win is win.
when.
Anyway, I'll you know, I'm terrible. Just got my like
Mm-mm-mm. You have to understand. Like I've been told by my mother, and I already know which deep orders was at SSI. Uh-huh. Hackathon One is after the United States government and American elders. Crackers. That's who you worship and have your service. That's red flags. I was like that, but didn't know. My Peter have those freaking gloves. Mm-mm-mm. I tell you. And it's like, and all so-called black women are not like this. I understand that, but it's this light-skinned broad, right? I want to hook up with. I want to, do whatever, put that Do ba do ba da do da da do da. I do, yeah, yeah. And she said she want to have a relationship with Jesus. I'm like, what? What? Huh? Relationship with who? Who the who? Who? Jesus. Oh, as I was saying, my bad. Actually want to have a relationship. Like I just said, when I put myself backstage, I didn't want to hook up with this broad, and I want to do the do ba do ba da do da do da da do ba do da I do yeah yeah. And next thing you know, she said you want to have relationship with Jesus, and we all know that the real Jesus that ain't Jesus that is a so-called black. These Christian black women, I cannot bash because white Christian women are the worst. This is what they want to have relations with Caesar for share. That is wrong. And I told my friend, I had so-called sisters. They said to me years ago when I was in my late teens and twenties, they said, I want to, my relationship is with Jesus, like her relationship with God. That's why I want to have a relationship with him. And they also said, not all of them, I'm married to God. I'm married to Jesus Christ. That right there ain't that's Caesar Bush. You telling me all people that you want to have relations with Caesar for a share? That's what's stopping me from going to church because church is inside of us. Their church, their church is built-in, built-in, built-in. I know, I know, I know the ark that was stolen. They made it to a modern day Rome. That's who they have want to have relations with. My relationship, I'm not looking for a so-called black man. I don't need a so-called black man. All I need is Jesus and God. What's is that? I know. I know. This is not for everybody. Come on. Jesus and white people and being over religion. I told my friend this. You said you want to have relations with. Come on. No, 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 no. I'm out of here. Let me put my feet up. You know, I just want to have a relationship with the Lord and Jesus Christ. And I'm married to him. I'm married to him. Oh, said, uh, the kitchen's closed. No, I find myself another so-called beautiful black queen. And I started to see this, her name Tanya. You know, I will find me a Bianca Belair, give me a Jade Cargill. I know wrestling with racism. I know she's a Jamaican. I know. Talking about you want to have relations with Jesus. Get out of here with that. That right there. No, no can do. No can freaking do. No, no, no way, Jose. No, then freaking call me. Don't call me. I call her. Don't call me. You say you want to have a relationship with Jesus Christ. Please don't. Yeah, call me from a private number. Don't call me. You want to have a relation with Caesar Borgia. I don't want to have anything to do with you because you're being over religious. No, no, I don't. No, I can't do it. That's what goes on. When I was Christian, I never say anything like that as much. Hey, my relationship, it was a guy. Yeah, I'm focused on two women. No guy told me. His name Gregory. Hey, you should not focus on tall women. You should focus on Jesus Christ, which is Caesar Borgia. I ain't say nothing. I ain't say nothing. Not religion. Come on. Mm. No, 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 no. No, 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 sirree. No, no. He not my friend. He never my man. I could be very entertaining. But no, no, no. I want to have a relationship with you. And you, and you want to have a relationship with me. You ain't seen some there. Why you have to put religion in the relationship? Come on, come on. You already know what PTP controls the code of religions, white supremacy religions. And it stole from ancient Egyptians and make it as their own. Even some Constantine guy in the rest of the Vatican order station. Mm-mm. No, dang. Yeah, I think it's about it for now. I was supposed to show what he said because I'm going to do an actual about 150. I gotta set up another stream. It could be a part three. part three, I don't know yet. Mm-mm-mm. Let me set up another stream right, because this dude talking about FBA or thugs. It's stereotypical. And then after when it comes to so-called black people, we do because it's gonna start at 2 o'clock. I'm going back to back on streams. Let me show you. I think this is not it. It gotta be where he said the FB, he, the FB, the FBA does. I don't know if this this can't. I gotta go down. He talking about FBA Savage, FBA Savage, FB. What about white supremacy? They savages too. FBA. See, all of them, four guys. He calling it FBA Savage. I'm not talking about Uncle Pecker Tom. FBA, anti-FBA family arrested having Diddy freak offs with disabled daughter. FBA Savage killed pregnant girlfriend threw toddler over off bridge. FBA Savages strip and beat white men for using the N word. This is exploitation to so-called black people. This is what he freaking do. I don't know which video I want to pick, but I want the one where he said FBA thugs. Former FBA teacher did the unthinkable to a 12-year-old. I need to find the video because that's part 15. I don't know. I think this is the video. Oh, no, that's not it. Dang. Hold on. I need to think of maybe I had to do maybe I had to do a short video. I it's gonna be part 15, but the video ain't gonna be that long. I think I had to do this video, do the reaction, what Ringo has said. My analysis, calling FBA thugs and taking up for Mr. Joe. I think that's I'm gonna have to do the reaction. Okay, what's up? Support Game of 2026. So stay tuned for part 15. Alright, the time is now 1:49. So I'll be right back. Pass for the people. Hashtag for the culture. Alright.